Deputy White House Chief of Staff and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller is with us. I want you to pick up on this, and then I want you to look at six-gender Tellerico. Allegations of a vile temper, throwing water bottles, the guy running against Susan Collins in Maine. Then you got the situation with El Sayed and his BFF Hassan Piker. America deserved 9/11. The streets of America should run red with the blood of capitalists and landlords. Guy that praises dictators like Mao and others. And far worse. I've played these things over and over again. How is it possible that somebody that is best friends with that guy can get the nomination in Michigan? Can he get elected? Can the guy in Maine get elected? Can six-gender Tellerico, God is non-binary, championing the rights of men to play women's sports, can he win in Texas?
Well, I mean, in Texas, you have a candidate in Tellerico who is against Christianity, he's against meat, he's against oil and gas, and he's in favor of men and women's sports. So that has about a 1% approval rating in the state of Texas. Now, to talk about something deadly serious in Michigan, to campaign with, to embrace friendship with, to court the endorsement of Hassan Piker, who has supported the 9/11 attacks. When you say America deserved 9/11, what you are saying is that you support Osama bin Laden and you support the al-Qaeda 9/11 attacks. That's what you're saying. So for the Democrat Party to nominate somebody who has associated themselves with somebody who supports the 9/11 attacks says everything you need to know about how far the Democrat Party has fallen in the world today, Sean. It is to the everlasting shame of Schumer and the Senate Democrats that they have not repudiated and renounced the Michigan Senate candidate for his association with this ideology of evil.
You know, the border's never been more secure. Crime down dramatically. The president with Bruce Blakeman earlier today. Stock market, 401ks, retirement funds, life expectancy, all radical records set by the president. And I look at their agenda, Stephen Miller, and I'll eliminate the Senate. We no longer get to choose the president. They want to pack the courts, amnesty for illegals, abolish borders, abolish ICE, end deportation, defund Department of War, abolish prisons and police, cradle to grave, womb to tomb, new Green Deal. Really, I need government healthy food. They've done such a good job in New York, for example, with government schools. They've done such a good job with the social security lockbox.
They can't even read English in New York public schools. Half of them can't even read English, is where we're at with New York public schools. Look, you just listed everything, and there's so much more, Sean. This is a struggle for the survival of America. It's that serious. It's that real. What you talked about, abolishing police, abolishing borders, abolishing ICE, abolishing fossil fuels, gutting the Department of War. These actions collectively would bring America to its knees. It would cripple us. It would crush us. It would destroy everything 250 years of patriots fought, bled, and died for. To the people at home, everything that makes your life better, Donald Trump is delivering on and fighting for. Record tax relief, zero illegal immigration, the largest reduction in murder since 1900, the lowest violent crime rates that have ever been recorded, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, rebuilding the military, taking the fight to the drug cartels to keep fentanyl from killing our families and our children. Issue after issue, President Trump is fighting for our families, and what do they want to do? They want to hand over our nation to illegal aliens, criminals, jihadists, and communists. This isn't the old debates we used to have 20, 30 years ago, Sean, where we're saying, oh, do you want taxes at 30% or 33%? This is a debate between people who fundamentally hate America, hate Americans, and want to sell this country to their friends for scraps. That's how real this is. When you nominate candidates who say that they want the endorsement of individuals who support 9/11, this is a party that is fundamentally committed to the destruction of America at a basic level.
Oh, when you have Stephen Miller and the great one, Mark Levin, in one segment, you know what? they really, you have to ask them a million questions. They don't have a lot to say. I love having you both. We appreciate you being with us. Have a great weekend. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.